I don't care. I literally, honestly, just don't care. I don't really care to come up here and literally, talk about this show, Monday Night Raw, that of course just continues to be god awful. A show that continues to, insult our intelligence and troll us just to make it all about their precious little golden boy. And of course, tonight they started to plant some seeds for something that they know that we want, but I know for a fact, and I will say for a fact, because in my opinion, it wouldn't surprise me if WWE does this. They're going to drag it out for a couple more months, and they're going to, basically make it feel like what happened with Sasha Banks and Bailey, even though that technically has never, had a conclusion. The fact that, they're pushing everything they've gone through the past few months off to the side all of a sudden goes, oh, they're fine again. But that's just what's going to happen with what we got happen tonight. And a lot of other things. Because trust me, there was not much at all on this show I enjoyed. The first hour was nothing but a promotion for, I don't know, Crown Jewel, the Super Showdown, the Mixed Match Challenge, and the Connor's Cure stuff as well. And then what else was on the show? I literally could not. If you would ask me, what would you remember from this show? If I had no notes here, I'd remember absolutely nothing. And it's already been kind of like, a meh day, pretty much. Not awful, but just meh. So I just really had no energy to come up here and do any special entrance because I just couldn't really think of anything. I mean, wear my Dean Ambrose t-shirt if that matters at all whatsoever. But this show, Monday Night Raw, continues to be unwatchable, not memorable, forgettable. Like, when was the last time you could say something happened on Raw that you will remember years down the line? I mean, honestly, the only thing I could say is Dean Ambrose's return before SummerSlam. That's probably the only thing I could say. I'm like, oh, that was memorable. The Shield reunion, is just, something that happened that just sent things downhill. It's slowly destructing a top babyface in Braun Strowman. And of course, tonight also, I'm going to be ranting on somebody else because I'm not going to do a turnover on this person because on one show, this person is face, and the other show, this person is a heel. And I will be ranting on that and why it definitely hurts this person's credibility as well when we get to that main event later on tonight. But let's get into this, guys. What's going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you. And we are live for my live review of Monday Night Raw, the September 24th, 2018 edition of Monday Night Raw. And of course, today is Sonya Deville's and Stephanie McMahon's birthdays. I forgot it was Stephanie McMahon's, but I kept saying Sonya Deville's because, Sonya Deville, I found is only 2 days younger than me, pretty much. But yeah, I had a good birthday weekend for the most part. As you saw, I went back in time and just relived my childhood and played a Hot Wheels video game over the weekend. The only thing I really did. So if you're into Hot Wheels and whatnot and you remember playing this game, check it out. But if not, it's cool. But we're here, of course, to talk about Monday Night Raw. I'm just going to kind of start doing what I've been doing lately. Review each hour before I go back and check the live chat because I don't want to keep talking about this show. I'm much more interested, honestly, than what you guys have to say in the live chat than to talk about this review for Raw altogether. Of course, I do this because, I appreciate all the support that you guys give me. Like, if I didn't have any support on this channel, I probably would be like, screw that. Or I'm sorry, where's Becky Lynch? Screw you, YouTube. I wouldn't even do any reviews and whatnot. But I have all use my supporters out there, and I want to definitely put on the best content for you as I can. So without further ado, let's check out the chat of live. Let's see here. We've got Robbie. Hey, Mike, happy belated birthday. I hope you had a great birthday weekend, and I wish you the best for your interview. Thanks for all the support. Keep up the hard work. I had the interview this morning, actually, over the phone. Got to wait back though for a few more days before they move me over to the hiring manager to see if they will give me an on-site interview next. So I get to that part because it's the first time in months I've actually gotten an interview for a job. But thank you for the support, Robbie. Lauren says, "Hey, she gave Raw a D again, like always, of course." And then of course, Robbie saying in his Bobby Lashley voice, "Mikey, happy birthday, buddy!" Thank you for that, Robbie. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Yes, I did enjoy my birthday, Lauren. Love the interview. Yeah, hopefully if I get the on-site one, but the one I did today, I guess, went all right. We have now we need T-shirts to make it official for Lauren Day. Okay, we could have Happy Lauren Day if you want to do that. Sure, we'll get our own T-shirts. I'll support it. Happy birthday to Steph and Sonia as well. We got Bowl of Eyes saying another boring episode. Exactly, boring. Nothing happened. Pointless. Nothing happened at all whatsoever. Just don't get me started yet, but I will get started later. Are you talking about Stephanie with the face and heel dynamic? Not so much Stephanie McMahon. I mean, although I will talk about that a little bit, but somebody else, of course. I'll talk about that later on, and why it makes me really mad. Did you see the universe saying happy birthday to Stephanie on WWE exclusive? No, I did not, but it's pretty cool they did that. If you don't like doing Raw reviews, don't do them. No, I'm not saying I don't like them, but it's like, if I didn't really have any support, I wouldn't go on my way to do Raw reviews at all whatsoever. But I'm still going to do them just because. Hope you get the job. I hope I do too. What's up, Walid? Everybody's saying hello. You think fans are going to start calling Brie botched Bella after what happened tonight? It's pretty obvious at this point. Brie Bella is back in the ring, but she is not really doing too well in the ring. The rust still has not wore off, and yeah, now it's causing people like Liv Morgan to get concussed, from what I believe. We'll talk about that, of course, later on. What I don't get about WWE is Mickey is teaming with Bobby Lashley, and she's friends with Alicia, who's teaming with Jinder. You know what? That's actually a good point. I didn't realize that, because I think it's tomorrow. Bobby Lashley and Mickey James. Mickey James is replacing Sasha Banks due to an injury, but yeah, now she is facing off against her friend Alicia Fox and Jinder Mahal, or the Mahalisha, whatever heck that they're calling them. I don't give a crap. But that is true. That makes no sense whatsoever. That's a good point there. Brie is botching a lot. I guess it's possible Liv could be injured. Robbie says nothing on Raw makes sense. Enough said. That's why you, Robbie, have got to get your butt into WWE and make things better. Kick Vince out of that chair, and you take over for him, Robbie. Of course, I'll get your plug in at the end as always. Mickey is not a face, unfortunately, but it's gonna be weird having her and Alicia face off against each other. Raw does suck, but of course you have SmackDown tomorrow, which would be awesome. Which will be awesome. Definitely, I look forward to that show. But let's get started with this review, guys. Again, keep the Southern Live chat coming. I will get back to that shortly. We're going to start off with the first one. Actually, a third thing I actually enjoy about the show was a new opener. The Then, Now, and Forever. I haven't seen a new one for a while, so I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. It was different. I approved. We see a limousine rolling up. Corbin there opening the door to greet Stephanie, wishes her a happy birthday, which I believe Stephanie turned 42 today, I believe. He starts to sing and put on a brave face, and then Triple H comes out, and he's like, okay, I'm dead meat. He's like, I got your office, I'll set up how you like it. And Stephanie's like, everything that they have to say, she can say right here. Triple H wishes him good luck and leaves Stephanie McMahon to talk to him. She says when she made him acting GM, she expected him to do the job Kurt Angle couldn't. He makes excuses and says she expected him to lead and make good decisions. Was giving himself a title match good decision. He pretty much claims and says that the Shield are running crazy, to which she says he has no control and mistakes are tolerated to a point, but excuses never are. So if he's got a problem with the Shield, he should get two partners and wrestle them tonight. So I mean, at first I'm thinking, okay, this is Stephanie McMahon all of a sudden, going against, her corporate figure that she just, randomly gave him the job. But then again, she's like, okay, I'm not, she's supposed to put, like bashing him, saying you suck and whatnot, saying you should, pick up the pace here pretty much. You have a problem with them, then find two partners, try to take care of the Shield pretty much. Because there's no way in hell you have Stephanie McMahon. I mean, I would try to think of how I would put this. I feel, Stephanie McMahon would get a better pop than Baron Corbin. I feel like if Stephanie McMahon would be babyface right before Baron Corbin. There's no way in hell you can get Baron Corbin to be a babyface. I feel at this point. I mean, Stephanie McMahon again, maybe because she is a pretty much a real life babyface corporate figure, pretty much. Off television, which we'll talk about that a little bit later on also. But of course, to me, it's again, okay, she's there one week, as the heel, what's the word for commissioner, and then next week she's bashing the heels, and then and then acting more like a babyface. So it's just like, which one's which here, guys? Gotta get it straight here. But of course, that's not the biggest. I've talked about that one how many times, but it wasn't the worst I felt compared to what we got later on tonight. But I will talk about that later. So she then threatens that Kurt Angle will be back from vacation sooner than anticipated, though, if he'll take care of business tonight. So then the Shield come out, make their entrance. Ambrose says what we're looking at are the three workhorses of the WWE, and they may have lost a few battles here and there, but they've never lost a war, and they're still standing. He passes the mic to Seth, but Roman starts in first, saying you could read their resumes, but it'll take all day. The simple fact is, all you have to do is raise their current titles high. And of course, as they're doing this, I'm thinking, yeah, and Dean's awkwardly standing there like, oh, well, I don't have a title here, guys. Like, what am I, just, third wheel? He says they're the keys to the kingdom. Everybody should want these. That's why Brock Lesnar came back. That's why the general manager is booking himself in title matches, because they'll change your life. Fact is, though, the only men that deserve them are the ones staying in this ring right now. Rollins says this is because they have always been about being the best, and that's what they are. And says that Braun Strowman wanted the power so bad he recruited a pair of jackasses to take the Shield down. No, it's called Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman shouldn't feel like he needs to have a stable. He should be just a dominating monster, just wants to take everybody out, and not just being this, this bully, pretty much, this typical heel. He should be just be the heel he was when if he was going to be a heel, at least be the heel he was when he feuded with Roman Reigns back in 2017, last year. Where he was just dominating everyone and felt he didn't want anyone else's help. He wanted to take care of business himself. But nope, he has to have a stable now because he's a heel. But he apparently recruited a bunch of jackasses to take down the Shield. Once again, even though the Shield was the one who provoked this. Tonight, though, the world's largest substitute teacher seems to think the Shield is a problem. He's going to round out some partners to show the Shield who's boss. And the parents told Corbin, get out here, we're ready. Corbin comes out, and he says he's still the boss. I mean, and of course, Stephanie, his boss, is here, and it's her birthday, and he's not letting Raw erupt into madness. He's putting his foot down. It's pretty much, looking at him going, tough guy? I don't think so here. He and his partners are going to throw the Shield around like ragdolls to impress her. Impress you in what way, Corbin? They're going to show the world the Shield is selfish individuals, and nobody in the locker room likes any of them alone, let alone collectively, and that includes these guys. And of course, out came Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre, which I hope to God are still not literally being called the Dogs of War. Braun tells Roman to shine the title because he's not wearing it for long. As far as the Shield goes, he can already see the cracks begin to form. At Super Showdown, it's going to be the two of them against the four of them, and he's not talking about Corbin. Seth tells us his math is a little off. It says he should have saw Dummy 1 and Dummy 2. It's completely scripted. But as Strowman says, maybe they should check in with Dean because he thinks he's starting to see the light. Ziggler just goes off and pretty much says how, Ambrose doesn't need the Shield. The Shield needs Dean Ambrose. Dolph mentioned how when he were on SmackDown 2 years ago and they feuded for a championship by himself, and he was able to do everything on his own. But now he's doing everything for Dean and Seth. McIntyre gets on this too. They pretty much say how, oh, when Seth needed help for getting reclaiming his Intercontinental title, who did he call up? Dean. And the following night, whenever Roman was in trouble with the cash-in, what happened? Seth and Dean came out to save Roman. So, and of course, Ambrose is standing in the ring during this time with that look on his face. Like, you're waiting for him just to snap or something. But he pretty much just doesn't even say anything. Of course, throughout the night, you see him a couple times backstage. People are like saying something about it. But it doesn't seem like he's too phased by it, if you know what I mean. But he's standing there just like, letting him say what he wants to say. He's not saying another word. They pretty much, they also mentioned the fact that Dean Ambrose was replaced by Jason Jordan after Ambrose got hurt, asking if they had ever checked in on Ambrose when he was hurt. And he pretty much was doing his dirty work. Reigns then tells him to shut up and that these people didn't pay money to watch him bump his gums. They paid to see the Shield whoop their ass, and the dog, and they Strowman, Ziggler, McIntyre start advancing, leaving Corbin to himself. He says he runs in and says, freaks out, saying this isn't going to happen right now, no matter how much the crowd yeses for it. Which I'm like, no. We're going to be seeing this match, I'm sure, how many times over the next several months, and I'll say a while later. But then Braun reminds the tag champions, Corbin tells the tag champions they're going to have a title match tonight against the Revival. And of course, he says, I will find 2 partners to spoil the Shield reunion before it even begins. So then backstage, we have Finn Balor back. And I'm like, oh, awesome. This is Finn Balor's going to be on Raw tonight. Cool. Wonder what he's going to do. He's going to get some type of direction for him going. And then out of the blue comes his mixed tag team partner, Bayley. And I'm thinking, okay, they have a history of being, the faces of their, they're nowhere close to they were, back then. They were both, the faces of their divisions on NXT at one point. And, their mixed match tag team partner, like, okay, this, hype up, hey, mixed match challenge. And, they hug it out. But then they show that next match will be pretty much a preview for the mixed match challenge, because we are getting Finn Balor with Bayley in his corner versus Jinder Mahal with Alicia Fox in his. And around this time, I'm thinking, you know what? I was going to do that commercial because I don't like to miss parts of the show, of course. But I'm like, you know what? I still take the garbage out tonight. Why don't I do it now? So I didn't really see the match with Finn Balor and Jinder Mahal because I did not care. This is a pointless match that did nothing for any of these people involved in the match, other than the fact that Bayley pulled down Jinder Mahal and she did a Bayley to belly on Sunil Singh, and then she also took out Alicia Fox apparently also, and Balor just got a stupid little roll-up win. And afterwards, Jinder Mahal starts beating down on Sunil. I thought maybe they were going to have Samir, whatever his name is return or something like that when they're doing this. I don't know. But of course, just like on SmackDown, they teased them splitting up how many times. Then they got back together the next week. Just that crap. They're beating down on him, but all of a sudden, him and Jinder and Alicia start doing Shanti crap all over again. And they just awkwardly, cut away. I'm just like, what the hell? Like, no point to it at all. Again, it's obvious now that, we'll give Balor that title match you guys been wanting. We'll give him against Roman. He'll put over Roman, and then we get to place him back in that doghouse, back in Finn's funhouse, right where he belongs. I literally look every week just to see, who was on main event. I don't watch. I just look at the results. It would not surprise me in the next few weeks if they insert Finn Balor on main event. And if they do, that's when I will literally start pledging saying Finn Balor needs to lead WWE. I love Finn Balor, but as long as Vince is around, they're not going to do anything with him. He kissed our asses night after SummerSlam and finally gave us Finn Balor's Universal title rematch. But my guess is he only did that just to shut us up and kiss our asses before he was going to, destroy another mega star babyface in Braun Strowman and have, the Shield come out and, pretty much ruin that. But that's just that. We have just a couple minutes of Shanti crap that's not going to do anything on the line. You know what we're going to have? They actually do go with the breakup with the Singh brothers and Jinder Mahal. We're going to have Jinder Mahal taking on Sunil Singh. Yeah. Wouldn't care. No thanks. Let's just move on. We get a recap of what happened last week when Ronda Rousey was issuing an open challenge, and first we Ruby Riott accepting it, but then they started to beat down, and the Bella Twins came out to save her. Whatever. But then we have a match between the Bella Twins teaming up with Natalya to take on the Riott Squad. First off, I had two problems with this. One, we're pretty much getting the same exact 6-woman tag match, except the fact that Natalya is replacing Ronda. They're going to be getting at Super Showdown, because we've seen the Riott Squad in how many tag matches, and it still feels like pointless. With why are they still together and whatnot. Second off, think back to continuity here. Remember in late 2016 into early 2017, that great feud that Nikki Bella and Natalya had on SmackDown Live that I actually mentioned, if it was a couple years earlier, you would not have been able to pay me to see at all a match between Nikki Bella and Natalya. Well, here's the thing. That feud finished, but they were fighting. We had not seen them together at all since. Well, that's because, of course, Nikki went on leave for a while. So why are they all of a sudden getting along? Why are they getting along, guys? Tell me. Just tell me. I'm waiting, Vince. Waiting, holding my phone. Waiting. Is Vince going to explain to me why Natalya and Nikki Bella are all of a sudden best friends again, even though they went at each other's throats? And Natalya literally was attacking her about her relationship with John Cena at the time. Karma could bite back, and Natty could be easily, biting at her again about how her and John are not together anymore. But we're supposed to forget about that, just like we're supposed to forget about the fact that Charlotte pretty much backstabbed Becky Lynch, yet there was no resolution there as how they even became friends. It's because they got put on the same brand, and people were being mean to Charlotte, so she's got to be a baby face now. But then again, now the shoe's on the other feet now, and Charlotte's looking a little bit like a hypocrite in some ways. Speaking of hypocrites, we're talking about another person who's come across as a hypocrite now later on. But anyways, we got a tag match. During the match, Brie Bella was doing the yes kicks, and apparently she kicked Liv in the face, something like that, and it gave her a concussion. The X got put up, and Liv was taken out of the match. Botch mode happening once again, as we said before in the live chat. Eventually, though, the only thing bright spot was Ruby Riott got yet another victory, and I noticed that Ruby Riott has been getting victories lately. And of course, last night when I was making the graphics for my friend Dan Geis's Evolution predicted card, he pitched the idea of Ruby Riott versus Ronda Rousey instead of Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey Evolution, which I'm like, you know what? Fine, whatever. That'd be a little bit better. Again, I crap on the Riott Squad, but I definitely think Ruby Riott would be so much better if she was on her own. So Ruby wins, and I'm thinking, well, maybe we could be getting that. I'm thinking, okay, so what happens if at Super Showdown, let's say, the Riott Squad somehow win? They can win the Bella Twins, don't depend Ronda, and with the wins that Ruby is picking up, she challenges Ronda to a match at Evolution. Of course, Ruby probably wouldn't win, but I'm like, okay, I'd rather see that than Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey. But then they say that we're getting Ronda and Ruby next week. Again, I'm happy that the fact that Ronda Rousey is not a Brock Lesnar. She is defending that title. She is wrestling on Raw. But, of course, getting a match. So, get ready. Super Showdown. The Bella Twins are going to turn on Ronda Rousey. And we're going to get Nikki and Ronda at Evolution. I do not care. So, yeah, Ruby gets another win, but it's not going to be anything in the long run. No title opportunity. Then we get this presentation for Connor's Cure. Of course, it's the last. Is it the last? yeah, it's the last Monday of September because that's what September has been Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month. They pretty much put over what they're doing for Connor's Cure and their new partner Hyundai Hope on Wheels. Pretty much, they bring out these two cancer survivors, Cara and Elizabeth, which they gave them each their own, women's title and universal title. I'm thinking, no, Cara, don't take the fruit roll up. Go run to SmackDown and get the title that actually matters, the title that AJ Styles holds. The universal title is just one big fruit roll up. Man, I can really go for a fruit by the foot now. Does anybody have any? Want to hand some to me? But they put that over, and with all due respect, yes, it's a good thing what they're doing. But here's the problem I had with them doing it like in the middle of the show. It should either a segment like this where it's like has nothing to do with the show. They're putting over what the WWE charities do pretty much. One, again, you have Stephanie McMahon who will be doing this, and then on the actual show. Again, off the show I have no problem, but on the show, and then next week she's going to be what she's going to be just again raving about how she claims that she made Ronda Rousey. Ronda's just going to break her arm again, like happens every single time because Stephanie McMahon cannot face the facts that Ronda Rousey is never going to be friends with her, whatnot. So we get that, and also the fact that you have all these guys who we're just going to each other's throats, and all of a sudden they're standing up on the stage acting like they're best friends, and they're all friends, and they're all team working together. Again, I know the company, of course, the heels definitely, are inspirations to the kids as well, whatnot. But I felt that this should either happen at the beginning of the show or before the show even started off air, not during the show, like not in the middle of a broadcast that just takes you out of the element. Because if you look at it, the first hour, what did it promote? Crown Jewel and Super Showdown with the stuff with the Shield. The Jinder and Finn Balor match was just just to pretty much promote the mixed match challenge. And what was the 6-1 tag match? Just to promote, Total Bellas? Or Total Divas again? That's why Raw was just an infomercial the first hour. And still kind of was the rest of the way, but I was starting to fall out of it that I didn't really care at all whatsoever. But yeah, that happened. We got Dolph Ziggler come up to Dean Ambrose, and Ambrose jumped and grabbed him by the shirt, yells at him to get out, but Dolph begs off and pretty much says, what I was saying was true. And where the Shield when he was almost dying from a staph infection, which I thought I know Dean had a staph infection. I know he had the torn tricep. I know he had a staph infection. Ziggler continues talking about what Ambrose did on SmackDown alone, pitching him on not having to do anything tonight. But they'll be out there watching, and all he has to do is give them a signal, pretty much, trying to, be buddies with them. Let's check the live channels. That's the first hour of Raw. Got through that painlessly. I believe we were right here. Liv probably is injured. Could we see Kurt returning next week? I have no idea when Kurt's coming back. Ever since Renee returned, there have been returns. That's true. As you said, the Shield and Braun, Drew, and Dolph opening Raw wasn't bad, actually. It was the best part of Raw besides Dean teasing a heel turn because both Dolph and Drew, they did speak the truth about what's going on with Dean. But again, I'll explain again the problem I had with it later on. She thinks that Steph is more of a tweener in her opinion. Could be. Triple H's face when he left Corbin and Steph together. He's like, I immediately thought he was going to pull off what he said to Mick Foley whenever Foley got fired, going, "Have a nice day." I thought he was going to do that to Corbin. Roman's getting put over only because of Dean and Seth is quite sad. Exactly, because they're being treated as the guys that Vince is using to kiss our asses. I hope Liv is okay too. Bull eyes. Steph would be a better GM than Corbin. Anyone would be better than Corbin. It's just, I had hopes for Corbin last year, but what has he really done to make you feel realistically he's a qualified GM? Braun's team all the way. I actually like them better than the Shield. I mean, again, the problem is, they could have the Shield be baby faces, but again, they're they're trying they're using the wrong person to put them over in Braun Strowman, because Braun Strowman can't. Braun Strowman is literally has no reason to be hated for just trying to protect himself from the Shield. Again, the Shield provoked it. Again, like I said last year when it was Miz and the Bar. Okay, they had history together and guys that are good at getting heat. That's why I thought the Shield reunion was bearable, except for the fact that the way they just brought them back together. It's like they're doing anything where they talk about, like, oh, the rumors are surfing the internet about the Shield getting back together. And when they finally just reunited them, they're just like, yeah, we can do that. Not just this big dramatic story like they did with, getting Seth and Dean, getting each other's trust back pretty much. With Roman, it's just, yeah, I'll be friends with you again. Cool, whatnot. But of course, that's the problem I have with the Shield right now. Let's see here. At least though he didn't edit out the Roman boos, thank goodness. Dolph deserves a longer IC title reign. I agree. He hopes that the tag team with Drew lasts longer than 6 months. Hopefully the tag titles that does last longer, because they probably are the best tag team on Raw right now, and who else would take them? The best part of Raw was the mind games that are going on between Dean and Drew. Could have been that, yeah. I also did like the Raw tag title match as well. It'd be a swerve if Dean joins Dolph and Braun and Drew joins Roman and Seth. That would be interesting if they pretty much would switch like that. Jason Jordan may never come back, I've heard. What would they do with Jason Jordan if he did come back? Again, I still feel that he needs to return as a heel and feud with his father, based off of the way he was written off the show before he left. Because I'd like to see him and American Alpha, him and Chad Gable back together for American Alpha. Their run on SmackDown was crap. I'm sorry, but again, it just would not make sense to me for him just to come back after being booked as after being booked for us to eventually just not boo him, but boo the story that he was written behind. Again, why was he randomly picked all of a sudden to be Kurt Angle's illegitimate son? But I still think he should come back and feud with his father. That's what I still think should happen. Roman, Seth, and Dean are not the hardest workers right now. They're more who, like AJ Styles, Becky Lynch, Jeff Hardy, Rusev. I named Seth and Dean. I meant Roman isn't a workhorse. Orton and Joe are. For a while, Seth and Dean only had really one stint, injured. Roman did with the hernia also. But Dean Ambrose, probably worked some of the most matches before he got injured. So I definitely agree with that. Hard workers are Drew and Dolph. I agree. Should have had Jason turn on Kurt, but that was a wasted opportunity. Yeah, no, boy, so glad we're out of Jinder Mahal's title reign. Do not remind me, bull of eyes. Finn needs to go to SmackDown next draft. He'll be treated a lot better. Yeah, as long as Road Dogg keeps his paws off that show. I definitely think so. AJ's title reign is much better, and bring Balor to SmackDown. He'd be big over there. Jinder's reign was terrible. Vince only did to put over India, but Jinder lost to Triple H in India, so it made no sense because apparently he didn't feel he was ready for the main event scene. Then why waste time for 6 months? 6 long freaking months with Jinder Mahal as champion. Again, if you wanted him to have that big moment to put over an India character, even though in real life Jinder Mahal, whoever his real life name is Canadian, you could have built him up, get him a mid-card run, and if he excels over that, you could have had him win the championship in India. You could have gone that route. No, you had to just put the title on him right away and then go from there. Again, you could have put it on Rusev, or if Miz was around on SmackDown, you could have put it on The Miz. 1 and 2 would have been fine. Or you could have had Bray Wyatt still holding onto the title. No offense, but Randy Orton's title reign was just given to him just so he can put over Jinder. Why could have just kept the title on Bray Wyatt and kept him on SmackDown, not put it over on Raw, even though, once again, that's when Road Dogg took over. So I'm sure, Bray would have been booked terribly as champion. Shanti already made the list, Lauren. AJ's reign is good, but it's time for a new champ. I do agree. Guess why I kind of want Samoa Joe. Why is Natty replacing Ronda? I got tons of it. Natty was in the match with the Bella Twins tonight because the Riot Squad beat her down. But Ronda is still teaming up with the Bella Twins, take on the Riot Squad at Super Showdown. Sorry if I confused there. It'll most likely be Miz or Daniel Bryan, probably, or even Randy Orton. I feel could also be one to dethrone AJ Styles if Joe doesn't. Nikki versus Natty on SmackDown was amazing. I do agree. Next champion, Nikki and Natty are getting along because of the promotion of Total Bellas. In the James Ellsworth voice, I haven't done this in a while. Duh! I'll watch the show, though. Lauren be down for that. Love how they never blame Charlotte for turning on Becky. Exactly. I agree completely. Ruby is better without Liv and Sarah. Natty versus Ronda would be better at Evolution than Nikki versus Ronda. It'll make more sense. I mean, even though I do feel it would be too soon to turn Natty back into a heel, or if they would swerve and turn Ronda heel, I'd be cool with that. But I definitely agree. Natty versus Ronda, it interests me a lot more than Nikki and Ronda. Ronda is still teaming up with the Bellas to take on the Riot Squad at Super Showdown. Did you see the lead card for Evolution on Super Showdown? I did. Thanks, W, for ruining everything. I think I did, but it looked stupid, I thought. That's why I made my own, of course. I love WWE does all this for disease patients. Mad respect for them for that. Oh, definitely. I do agree that they do all that. I mean, also the fact too, what would have, been a little bit more bearable for that Connor's Cure segment if they would have had guys out there like only a few superstars out there, like Seth Rollins out there, even though I know people wouldn't like me saying, but Roman Reigns, since of course he's the big face of the company, just like even Bailey and whatnot, like not people like like the Shield, and then have Braun Strowman standing like right behind him. It's like, doesn't this guy want to kill these guys apparently? But they're standing out there like, oh, we're all best buddies, we're all supporting his cause. And yes, off camera, that's reasonable. I know these guys are just actors, whatnot. But having them all stand out there in the middle of a show when they know as soon as this segment ends, boom, they're going to go back to when to kill each other, pretty much. But like if they would have not had so many people out there, that maybe would have been a little bit more acceptable to happen during that time of the show, if you know what I mean. Do you think Steph's announcement at Evolution will be a women's tag title tournament? It's possible now. I'm not sure. What do you think of Carmella's new brunette hair? She doesn't like it. Yeah, it's kind of random. It doesn't really fit. I mean, even though, of course, a lot of people think she's part of this whole philosophy that only blonde girls, are only ones going to be getting over in the WWE. I still think the blonde hair fit her a lot better than the brunette. I'm just not used to it. WWE Network sites have confirmed Mella is officially a face. Again, there was nothing there besides the fact that R-Truth is going after Carmella. There was nothing there to make us want to transition from Carmella being an annoying heel to a baby face. It does not make any sense. Yet we have to hate on someone who we've been wanting to see get to the top for a long time, and finally snaps and does what she has to do to get on top and stands up for herself. And now we have to hate her. And her best friend is pretty much doing pretty much, blaming her for the things that she did, 2 years ago. So making Charlotte like a big hypocrite. Yeah, when did Dean have the staph infection? I don't remember when that happened. No commentary from Renee Young on Shield and Dean. She did say something, a couple things about Dean, but it didn't get too awkward. Like, again, a couple times when they've had interviews, like Renee Young's interviewing somebody, and they mentioned something about Dean being, a house husband or something like that, or something along the lines that's like teasing, referring to, their relationship. You do see Renee Young, that little smirk on her face, like, yeah, he's my husband, or something like that, pretty much. Renee says she wants Dean to have his moments. That's why she doesn't say anything on commentary while he's working. But that is true. Top 10 reasons why Dean is being wasted. Let's see if I'm able to come up with something for that. Let's put that on the list, not the list of Jericho, but the list of awesome suggestions. Top 10 reasons why Dean is being wasted. Orton should have been champ for those 6 months of Jinder, and we could have had great feuds with Styles, Nakamura, and Jeff Hardy. Jeff wasn't on SmackDown yet, though. Also, Rusev, I do agree. What do you think Carmella's announcement will be at Evolution? Carmella's having an announcement at Evolution? No idea what it could be. Who will face Trish if Alexa is injured? I really don't know. I mean, Sasha's injured, so my second choice would definitely have been Sasha. Bayley, Asuka, even though Asuka's both like crap right now. Ember Moon. I don't know. Maybe I'll make it a triple threat with Lita, Trish, and Mickey. I don't know. Sasha's injured. It would have been better for the Carmella face turn if she turned on Becky or Charlotte earlier. Could have. Robbie's like, Mike, sucks seeing Rusev split up, but at least Rusev and Lana are full-fledged baby faces now. That's exactly how I look at it. And remember, Mike, Drake Maverick makes some matches around here on 205 Live. Again, I'll talk about Drake Maverick in a little bit because I have a lot to say about that. Lauren says, top 10 wasted talents of 2018. Ooh, that's a really good one. Top 10 wasted talents of 2018. That one I definitely will do sometime. That's a really good suggestion. Lauren goes, you're a genius, Lauren. That's why we all like you, as Daniel Bryan would say about Chad Gable. But speaking of Chad Gable, let's get back to review now. Keeps on coming in a lot of chat, guys. We have Team 2 Happies, I call them, coming out, taking a picture, doing their little picture promo. Gable talks about how Connor from the Ascension is twice his size, but if he gets in trouble, all he has to do is ask himself, what would Bobby Roode do? And the answer is to be glorious. When then again, what's Bobby Roode been doing since coming over to Monday Night Raw? He won one match, thought he was worthy of getting the Money in the Bank, got into Money in the Bank, meant nothing. Then we have Connor from the Ascension getting on a promo. Tells Chad he should have walked away while he has a chance, and not even his mentor can protect him from the carnage. He's like a puppy that wants to play in the street, but he doesn't realize that there's a semi-truck bearing down on him. Once again, scripted promos. We get Chad Gable versus Connor. To a surprise, Connor gets the victory. Don't care. Not doing anything for anybody. Whatever. Backstage, we see Stephanie and Triple H walking back to the limo. They question Triple H about the Undertaker. Stephanie's trying to, wave the way, but Triple H says, I'm happy to answer. He says, the Taker's worried about a suit he's already lost. They're not going to be fighting in suits or in the boardroom. As far as taking his soul, he sold that a long time ago. Anyone could have seen it coming for a while now. When it comes to Undertaker, the end is near, which you thought the end happened at WrestleMania 33, but now all of a sudden we have to forget about that even happened, that, he so-called retired. Now the ending to WrestleMania 33 looks pointless to me, so in my opinion. Again, this feud is not personal between you two. It's not personal. Again, this feud only got personal whenever Shawn Michaels said that Triple H could beat The Undertaker. Weak, as I said on Twitter. What was actually kind of good was this match. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre versus the Revival for the Raw Tag Titles. This was not, great, like a match of the year candidate, but I actually did kind of enjoy this match, especially towards the end, wherever Drew McIntyre came in. There was a lot of action going here, and I just personally really thought that Ziggler and McIntyre brought out the best in the Revival, who, I know can be good. They were great in NXT, nothing really too fancy, in the in-ring style, but, their psychology and whatnot, and then just their ability to work as a solid tag team, again, was just what really stood out to me about them. But I thought these two worked pretty well. Teams worked pretty well together. Unfortunately, well, I should say unfortunately because I'm still fine with Ziggler and McIntyre being tag champions because they're definitely the best tag team on Raw right now. They won by hitting a Claymore zigzag combo, which is again still my favorite combo on Dash Wilder to retain the titles. So honestly, again, definitely probably one of the better things of Raw tonight. I mean, this match was not too bad at all. Again, was it like phenomenal? No, but it was still I'd probably give it like a solid grade. I'd say if I was grading this match, it was a solid match. I enjoyed it. We have the ring crew then setting up for the Kevin Owens show. Elias is in the ring, sings a song. He says he only speaks the truth, and the truth is Denver doesn't deserve a performance from him tonight. So he's going to pass it on to Kevin Owens, who's going to be his partner against Bobby Lashley and John Cena. Owens comes out and he's wearing a shirt that I've been wanting. That shirt with like the gray KO on it. I've been wanting to get that shirt for how long? I almost bought it when I went to SummerSlam in 2015 when I was there in New York. I almost bought it there, but unfortunately they only had them in kid sizes. Dang kids, just kidding. But Owens comes out, thanks Elias for your introduction, talks about how glad he is a team with Elias against Cena and Lashley. But that's at Super Showdown. They need to talk about what happened last week with Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush. Elias doesn't want to look at these people, much less talk to them. Owens takes over to talking, says that he doesn't know much about Leo Rush, but he started talking trash unprovoked, so he's lucky he's so generous as to give him a chance to be on the Kevin Owens show and explain himself. Leo comes out, and Owens tries to get him to come to the ring, but Leo talks about how he and Bobby Lashley made them look like fools last week, and he knows Owens wants to make up for those failures, so he's going to stay up there. Elias tries to talk him into, and by mentioning they brought special seating, and Owens pulls out a booster seat for him to sit down. Leo laughs it away, but someone else who loved to hear them, not just a man, but a Rocky Mountain-made machine who looks and smells like he's money. He's Denver's own Bobby Lashley. Bobby, of course, comes out, as always, to a nice pop for his hometown. We have Bobby Lashley versus Elias. Match was whatever, but of course, the match ends in disqualification after Kevin Owens trips on Bobby Lashley while trying to chase Leo Rush. I've seen some pretty dumb finishes this year. We just had Brock Lesnar cause a no contest in a Hell in a Cell match. We had AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura lose by double countout in a no disqualification match after they both kicked each other where the sun does not shine. Now we have Bobby Lashley winning by disqualification after Kevin Owens trips on him trying to chase Leo Rush. And they're trying to repeat what they did last week with Leo Rush, avoiding Kevin Owens and Elias, showing off his good moves. But it was not much. It was nothing like it was last week. Last week was actually fun. This week's it was just pointless. Rush just ran. That's all he did. He ran, and Owens went through a power bomb, and then Bobby caught it because, we can't have these big guys hurting these little, cruiserweights and whatnot. Shut up. Shut up. It was stupid. You ended a disqualification by having somebody trip over Bobby Lashley. Really? That's the best you guys can come up with? These writers are just ridiculous. Live chat, what do you guys got here? Let's see what we got here. Top 10 Robbie 1 Kenobi moments. Let's put that one on the list. Top 10 Robbie 1 Kenobi moments. That would be a fun one to do. How is Drake heel on Raw but face on 205 Live? Great going creative. I will rant about that shortly. Reasons Bobby Roode needs to turn heel. There's definitely that one. I think I have that as well. Gabley's go to SmackDown Live and feud with Aiden English. No. Okay, he can go back to SmackDown Live as a single star, but no, don't feud with Aiden English. No, thank you. And yes, I'm still not interested in this Taker and Triple H match either. And here's the other thing too. Why was Shawn Michaels placed in Triple H's corner? He was placed in Triple H's corner before Undertaker announced Kane would be. Why? I mean, now the rumors are true, apparently, that Shawn Michaels is going to come back. It's apparently going to be a tag match, a crown jewel. All right, whatever. I'm not going to say I hate it, but I'm not like, yeah, I was like, all right, cool, I guess. But like, you know, like why is people being towards corners now? Like, why? It does not make any sense. I don't know why. It's just a way to just get people to spend the money and come see the show, whatnot. But it's a terrible business move. She's still going to watch it though. Are the Revival's faces now? I don't know who the hell are faces, who are heels anymore, and what's the point of having Kane and HBK Horns exactly? But yeah, if he does have one more, if HBK does have one more match, honestly, now I did my top 10 dream opponents for HBK. I just either be my top, I think my top 4 or top 3 I can remember off the top of my head is definitely Daniel Bryan at number 3, Mustafa Ali number 2, and number 1, no doubt about it, is AJ Styles. Like those are definitely my top 3. So I hope it'll be against one of those 3 for Shawn Michaels if he would have one more one-on-one match. That's my opinion. Yeah, again, it's supposed to be Brothers of Destruction versus DX at either Crown Jewel or Survivor Series. Owens, another waste of talent on Raw. I agree. Fortunately, they finally mentioned Cena. Still not happy Cena's returning for a Raw match or coming back for one night. Yeah. Again, he's returning for like a random tag match. Why? I was more interested in seeing him face, you know, Kevin Owens. Go back to their great matches they had in 2015, especially at Elimination Chamber when Owens won clean. In case you have forgot, Kevin Owens in his first main roster match beat John Cena clean. Cena was U.S. champion. Hell of a match. She's not a fan of Leo Rush. It's fine. Weird ending as well to that Owens and Lashley match. I mean, Elias and Lashley match. They need to be more face turn instead of turning everyone heel. Enough already. I agree. Raw is trash. Take it out, man. Well, I took out the trash during the Jinder and Finn Balor segment, so I should have taken more out. Sorry, guys. Yep, Leo Rush is pretty much a face on Raw and a heel on 205 Live. For anybody who's literally in the situation where they're face on one show, heel on the other, I'm not doing any turnovers unless they're one on both. That goes for Drake Maverick. I'll of course rant about that shortly as well. Owens should have won, and Lashley should have been DQ due to Owens tripping. Shouldn't have been DQ to Owens tripping. Yeah, again. Well, no, Elias was wrestling Bobby, not Owens. Owens was just in Elias's corner. Thanks for taking my top suggestions for wasted talent. Yeah, that's definitely why I really want to do that. Is HBK a heel on his team with Triple H? I really don't know. Robbie really is. What's up, T and Couponer? I'm not sure if Liv's okay. I hope she is okay. You should make a video on these ridiculous two-face turns on Raw, SmackDown, and 205 Live. Definitely, I do think that is something as a rant video I do have to make. I definitely will make that one sometime, Robbie, because that has been the theme of 2018. One week you're a face, next week you're a heel. One show you're a face, next show you're a heel. Or one show you're Nikki Bella's sister, making a big deal out of them when they're really not as big a deal as making it seem like to be. Then you're being Daniel Bryan's wife on SmackDown Live. It makes no freaking sense. Not bad, T and Coupon. How are you? Thanks for joining us in this live chat. But I'll talk about this last hour of Raw. So first we have Seth Rollins come to Drew McIntyre saying he'd like to give Drew a taste of the truth. McIntyre, you're the one being used. You think Braun gives a damn about Drew? Which, no offense, is kind of true. Braun Strowman's supposed to be a guy who doesn't care about anybody else, but, he wants to take matters into his own hands. He's just using him to get what he wants. And Ziggler is a weak link on the team. McIntyre is a talented one, but Dolph gets all the singles opportunities. He's been carrying Dolph every step of the way. So before you point fingers, you should take a long look in the mirror and think about who's being used here, saying that Drew, should deserve some IC title opportunities as well, not just Dolph. Drew, sitting there thinking, Dolph was up, that's what was it about. McIntyre tells him not to worry about it, walks away. Then we have Nia Jax taking on Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox did not care, although Ember had some nice looking, move. She hit on Mickey, had that nice like cannonball shit on Mickey outside the apron. Other than that, I did not care. Nia won Samoan drop. Then we have Dean and McIntyre confronting each other about what Seth just said to him, and says he has a couple of theories as to why he might. Perhaps he wants a 4-man Shield, or was everything they said was true and he's looking for a replacement. Or maybe he's just overreacting. It's not like Seth's ever stabbed Dean in the back before. Dean just remains stone-faced though as he walks away. And of course, we got another hype video for Undertaker and Triple H. I do not care. And then we're being told that next week we're going to be getting Shawn Michaels appearing. Okay, whatever. See what happens. And then next week also we're going to be getting, besides Ronda Rousey and Ruby Riott, as mentioned earlier, we're also going to be giving Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens as well next week. And then we're getting ready for our main event. So the Shield came out. Then Corbin comes out and says tonight is the first match on Raw for the Shield in over a year, but from the way things have been going, this might be their last. Of course, Corbin's saying this way, that the breakup is starting to form. To me, again, this reminds me of last year whenever they're like saying, oh, everyone's talking about how the Shield can get back together. It's like, you're not supposed to come out and say the Shield is going to get back together. We know it's going to be the end result. Like, build it up as like, could it happen? Could it not happen? Could it happen? Could it not happen? Don't be like, saying it's obvious. Oh, you guys are going to break up. I hate it when they say that. Hate it. Oh, but anyways, Corbin came out, said they're smiling now, but they're going to. They claimed half of the roster once beat down his door apparently to try to take out the Shield, and that's why he went with the cream of the crop, he said. And thank God the announcer was getting their names right, not just calling them AOP, but the Authors of Pain were picked to be his tag team partners, with Drake Maverick, of course, still in the corner. And of course, Strowman and McIntyre is going to come out, they bring out chairs, and they sit down, and they watch the match. So first, I'm like, it's going to be too bad of a match. Baron Corbin and AOP taking on the Shield. I guess not too bad. Ambrose, of course, started off. And at the beginning of the match wasn't too bad. I think they really, the Akam and Razor, were looking like they were able to hang with the Shield at the beginning. But when Corbin got in the match just felt so slow and it dragged. And then there was a time where, the Shield, it looked like Strowman, McIntyre, and Ziggler were making their way a little bit closer to the ring, and it looked like they were going to get attacked, but it's only 10:50. Don't make it like a triple threat 6-man tag or something. That'd be ridiculous, something like that. But then Corbin, AOP came back in and started attacking the guys. It was just a distraction. And then, okay, here's the thing. So last week, there was a segment backstage before AOP had their match where it looked like they were about to take out one of, the stage crew people. And then Maverick was like, save for the ring, save for the ring. I'm thinking, okay, even though Maverick is teaming up with a babyface stable, a heel stable, what if he's still trying to, be how he is on 205 Live, just trying to bring out the best in them, not be, a cheat, a typical, heel manager cheating and whatnot for his team and whatnot. But no, there was a spot in the match. He pulls off being a cheating, a distracting manager, pretty much. And to me, that pisses me off beyond belief, because I keep putting over how, I've been enjoying watching 205 Live this year ever since he took over. Now with what he did right there, being a typical heel manager and distracting just because he's teamed up with a heel stable randomly, which I don't know why, which again, in this case, why did they have just Paul Ellering stick around and still be their manager? You could have had just Corbin beat his manager, for crying out loud. Like, why Drake Maverick when now you're making him look like a freaking hypocrite? Like why not just take him seriously now on 205 Live when he's trying to bring the best out of his talents on there? But then on Raw, he's not trying to bring out the best of the talent as AOP. He's still cheating to help them cheat the win. And not have AOP be what they were down in NXT. Dominating monsters. who didn't need the cheat to win. That's not the case that needed to happen. It didn't need to happen that way. And when I saw him do that, I'm like, you're kidding me. Like why am I supposed to, what am I supposed to think he is on 205 Live? Is he oh, he's oh no, that's not me, or that's my twin brother, Daryl Maverick, or whatever you want to call him. No, that is Drake Maverick over there being a heel manager, but he's trying to make the best choices for his show on 205. You know what would probably feel more sense? If they would just turn Drake heel on 205 Live as well now. Because I love seeing him as GM on 205 Live. Again, he plays this role where he feels like he's bringing out the best in his talents. Now he feels like he's being a typical heel cheating manager, which that's not how all heels have to be. You can have heels that are just dominating badass that are, tough to beat until you finally find that Achilles heel. It doesn't have to be, they always have to be, oh, we're heels. We have to, walk away as always. We have to bash the crowd as always. No, it's not the case. Some people could be good coward heels, like The Miz, but guys like Samoa Joe, the Authors of Pain, Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens, for crying out loud. I can go on. People who should not be freaking cowards. And we know, probably when they turn Dean Ambrose heel, he'll probably be a freaking coward as well because, oh, you're a heel. You got to be a coward. With the mind games of being a coward. But not the way you got to do it. The match slowed up for a while. Again, the only time the match actually felt like, it was a little fun was when AOP was in there. When Corbin was in there, I'm sorry. The match was slow as hell. It had some nice sequences towards the end. Of course, they had moments where I was thinking, was Dean gonna, back out and not tag in sometime, but he still tagged in. And I thought, okay, maybe they will put. There was a point I saw also where AOP took out Roman, hitting the last chapter on him outside ring. I'm thinking, oh, well, that's the case. And if the Shield wins, Dean should get the pin to prove he's superior, not like the weak link of the group, but they're kind of making it seem like he was earlier in the night. Or, he could lose and, Dean could feel, hey, you guys, they're right. I don't need the Shield. The Shield only needed me, but I don't need the Shield pretty much. But no, you had a great sequence towards the end with, of course, Roman coming in, Superman punching one of them, Seth Rollins doing a suicide dives, going all over the place, which I think is freaking fun because I think that sequence is dominating. Then Dean hits the dirty deeds on Corbin. Okay, cool, pin him. Nope, he has to tag in Roman. Roman steals the spotlight. Spears get the victory. At least he speared Corbin, not AOP, but why? And then after the match, they have Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre, I refuse to call them the Dogs of War, standing up. Ambrose is sitting pretty much in between, who's he going to go with, them or the Shield? And he runs back and, fist bumps the Shield, and they're all cool and whatnot. So here's the thing. I thought people were thinking, oh, maybe they will turn heel. He'll turn heel at Super Showdown. I personally, again, with the rumors apparently, they're trying to do what they were supposed to do last year with the Shield before Roman got sick and Dean got injured. Apparently, they're trying to pull off that. So my thing is, it would not surprise me if they drag this out till TLC in December. Have this feud between these six culminate with a TLC match. And I think that is the earliest when Dean Ambrose is going to turn heel. So, as I say always, Raw has this habit. I mean, even though, here's the thing. I still think, this heel turn should happen a lot sooner than TLC. And even sooner than it has now. SummerSlam, I still feel, was the number one, the prime time to have that heel turn happen. The prime time. Or whether Dean returned or not, he could have returned and did a chair shot on Rollins. He could have, returned like he did on Raw and then cost him the match with a chair shot at SummerSlam. He could have done either one of those. The iron was hot, but no, you brought him back with this new look and you kept him as a babyface just to be one of Roman Reigns' freaking cronies. And now you're going above and beyond already, just lay down the facts in one night. Because how on earth are you going to continue this on? Like, you pretty much, you didn't just, you're not building the blocks to that heel turn. You pretty much, laid the facts out there tonight. even though again it was a great promo by Dolph, but I don't trust the WWE. The fact that and no, I can see them just them laying like everything out on the table at once, and now we're just waiting for that turn to happen. And by the time the turn happens, at this point, it's not going to feel as like big of a moment because the suspense was knocked out tonight, in my opinion. The suspense for the Dean Ambrose heel turn was knocked out tonight. Because what, they're going to make Dean look stupid? That shows everybody think, oh, you know what? I guess they're after Raw. Screw you guys all. Is that how it's going to be? I mean, even Lauren's idea, we mentioned before, pretty much Dean and Drew swapping. That could be interesting. I wouldn't mind trying that. But now they're going to have Dean turn after they lay all the cards out on the table tonight. So how are you going to get? Again, I have this bad feeling they're going to try to drag this out till TLC, and I really think that's going to really kill the suspense and the momentum of the Dean Ambrose heel turn even more. Having to drag out that long. Again, I still feel personally they should have done it at SummerSlam. That's what they should have done. SummerSlam, where Dean had returned yet or not, it should have happened at SummerSlam, and they missed out. A big, big missed opportunity, in my opinion. But that's the show, guys. That was Raw tonight. Sucked. Nothing mattered at all. Waste of freaking time. So before I go off the air, before I check the live chat one time, let's check the grades. We got 8 votes for which grade would you give this garbage episode of Raw. 8 votes, 13% said A, 25% said B, 50% said C, and 12% said D or lower. My grade is a D+. Again, the match, the main event, had good moments here and there. Wasn't a fan of the finish, though, with Roman stealing the spotlight. Should have had Dean take it out, pin Corbin. If the Shield going to win at least. If not, then have AOP get the pin victory to get the momentum going. Of course, was also not a fan of Drake Maverick pulling off, heel manager tactics. Could just have him just be a typical manager, pretty much, and have to be a heel general manager. Again, I thought the Raw tag title match wasn't too bad. But other than that, everything else sucked. The show was pointless. I did not like it. As always, D+ for me, in my opinion. Let's see. Let's see what we got here in the live chat. Let's see here. Mike rants better than Raw. Thank you. The 205 Live really doesn't count in her opinion. That's fine. Don't forget the like button. Drake doesn't fit in with AOP. I agree. She liked Drake even when he was manager at 205 Live. I mean, that's fine. But again, I enjoyed him. But if you didn't, that's completely fine, Lauren. Nia versus Alicia. That's a match. Nope, it is not. Raw was terrible. Mickey again on the sidelines. Exactly. Not Mickey. Is it Roman and the Pound Puppies? Yep, Roman and the Pound Puppies. Dean teasing that heel turn could have happened. Could happen at Super Showdown. Again, it could. Again, I still feel that they're going to try to drag out the TLC. I really think that's what's going to happen. If it happens at Super Showdown, cool. I really have a bad feeling we're going to try to drag this out to TLC. I'd like to see Paul Ellering return and do that Office of Pain. Can dump Drake Maverick. I agree. Again, why split them up from Paul Ellering just to throw someone in there who's supposed to be a babyface GM on 205 Live and then be a Raw manager on Raw. Hashtag rant Mike rant. SmackDown 1000 Dean heel turn or too soon? Maybe, but he's probably not going to show. Reasons why faces and heel turns make no sense. I think I had that one down already. And that's the opportunity to turn Dean heel or at Super Showdown. Again, he could. Again, they're not going to drag this out. Baron should have been the manager of AOP. Would have been more interesting than Drake. I think WWE trolls us because of the $2 trillion contract with Fox. Oh, yeah. Again, they have all the money coming in. They've got nothing to lose. So, you know what? Instead of just, putting out a good product, they're going to troll us. They take no pride in any of their freaking work. And they're just, they're just full of their egos because they're making all this money when they can still be putting on a good product. But no, they're not humble people at all. They just care about the money, and it'll play around with whatever they want to do. If you really want to make Roman Reigns face of the company, then buy W2K19 wherever you want to this and make him on there. Don't make it. Actually, you know what? You can make him a face of the company if you would book him properly and not be like, love him, love him, love him, love him, love him, love him, love him. And for Braun Strowman, hate him, hate him, hate him, hate him, hate him. Make everything happen naturally, and we'll tell you how we feel, Vince. We're not stupid idiots like you are. Top 10 epic mic rants of all time. I got that one written down. Top 10 Raw rants. We got that one too. They are the biggest trolls. Exactly, Lauren. Rollins, Joe, Orton, Triple H, Roman, Dean, and Owens, for example, are natural heels. They definitely are. Remember, Ambrose won a triple threat match against Roman and Rollins at Battleground in 2016. Oh, yeah, that's right, he did. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have, though, if Roman didn't get suspended. Because, again, I heard the rumor apparently was that Roman was supposed to keep that championship going into SummerSlam. I was sure he was going to drop it then, but apparently, rumor has it he was supposed to keep the title. The WWE title was supposed to go to Raw. SmackDown was going to get the Universal title, and AJ Styles was going to get that. So I guess the Styles and Cena match would have been for the Universal title. Although I'm glad that, it was not a title match at SummerSlam because it made the match a lot more unpredictable. I feel like if there was a title involved, the match would have been very predictable, I felt. I mean, Styles could have won it, but I feel like it would not have been as shocking as it was just one-on-one like it was. Still one of my favorite matches of all time, SummerSlam 2016, Styles and Joe. Joe is a killer on the mic. He is. Would have been better if Drake was a heel on SmackDown Live, and would have made more sense if 205 Live is aired on Tuesdays, pretty much. We all knew Dean wasn't turning tonight. It's too obvious and predictable. I agree. We cannot wait another 3 months for the Dean heel turn. To be honest, Dean should have turned now, even though it's best for his career. Again, I'm for that, but thinking logically for WWE, I'm really thinking they're going to pull off some of that TLC because, the Shield's first match on main roster was a TLC match. So we gotta relive that again. Shut up. Since Becky turned at SummerSlam, couldn't Dean turn, but it would have been better if Dean turned than Becky, that Becky could turn. Drew and Dean switching is a good idea. Could have happened at Super Showdown. I think so. We got Negro saying, do you know Ice Swallow Come, the guy from Fox News? I do not. I'm sorry, but thank you for joining me in the live chat. No one is really interested in the Dean turn now. It will be exciting. Won't be exciting because it will be more predictable. Exactly. Lauren's checking out. Thank you for joining, Lauren. And thank you also TN Coupon for joining me as well, as I believe I'm going to check out here as well. And of course, as promised, to put over Robbie's channel as well. My good friend Robbie Kenobi, as always, obviously could have a lot more great ideas to promote for Raw. I mean, I know he doesn't have the time right now, but I definitely urge you, Robbie, get back out there and pitch your fantasy booking ideas that definitely need to happen. He's already done several ones already. Again, he's destined to write for WWE one day, kick Road Dogg and Vince's ass right out of their chairs and take over with Triple H. So check out his channel, and if you like what you see, please get hashtag please sign Robbie trending on Twitter. And once again, I give Raw a D+ this week. Just didn't care. D+ for Raw this week. What grade would you give Raw? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure, as always, to click my like and subscribe more content on my channel. And follow me on Twitter at DemandAir93. Guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow for my SmackDown Live review. Wednesday will be 205 Live, and NXT probably won't be till later, though, because I'm going to catch the season premiere of Survivor. And Thursday this week, I will not be able to do my special live stream, so I'll probably do it Friday afternoon, probably. I'm saying for my special live stream for the week. So that's what's to come this week, guys. These are also our odds and ends. I'm going to try to knuckle back down on my Shabs 3000 Let's Play. I'm going to really knuckle down and not take my time as much as I'm going to try to knuckle down, get that one done soon. Because, I want to keep, I'm trying to do that and other things as well, but, I don't want to keep poking around with one thing. But again, also, if you guys, were Hot Wheels fans growing up, check out the Hot Wheels Mechanics Let's Play I did on my birthday on Saturday. And I had fun playing the game, reliving the memories. You guys can check it out as well, my 3-part edition of that. But I think I've talked enough, guys. Thanks again for Lauren, TN Couponer, Walid, Bull of Eyes, Robbie, a few other people who join me in this live review. You guys are awesome as always. So I'm checking out, guys. Again, Raw, D+. See you guys tomorrow for SmackDown Live. Till then, guys, have a great rest of your night, and peace out, everybody.